Smack Off number 19, our first ever summer Smack Off. Let's go ahead and do this right now. First up, bidding to go wire to wire. We go to St. Louis, the non-hunter. Dave is going to get us started. Dave, good man, you are first, so let it rip. What's up? How you feeling?
I am a good man, Rome. Thanks for recognizing that.
You got it.
Thanks also for the invite. I finished 9th last year, but like Hoover said to Dean Wormer, I'm hoping this year's performance will really boost my average. You know, Romy, I know you're flying high these days with CBS Radio, your daily TV show, and that curse fest of yours over on Showtime, but you've had a couple of tough breaks lately. You know, first, after about 20 years of total perfection, Jungle Karma finally failed you. I don't know if you saw, but Jonathan Pettibone got raked by the Brewers in his start after his Jungle run. I'm wondering if maybe it had something to do with global warming, or if he stayed up a little too late watching movies starring Val Kilmer and Kirstie Alley. Holy crap, was that guy nervous. I mean, he was nervous like a 15-year-old trying to unhook a girl's bra. And by the way, guess what, Dick? They make those things for girls now, too. Of course, Rome, your other loss was the demise of the hack-off, although in this official scorer's book, I count that as a huge win. Big props for finally putting a bullet in that disaster. I mean, William Hung and that pants-on-the-ground buffoon, they all thought those tools were just a little too self-aware and just trying to tank it enough to get their little 15 minutes of fame. You have Jolene not showing. Ray Ray's personal assistant doesn't put it in his schedule. What a huge disappointment that whole thing was. But special shout out and huge props to Casey in Pensacola for a call that lasted 27 seconds. 27 seconds. What do you think you're going to accomplish in 27 seconds? Or in Brad's case, what can you accomplish 3 times in 27 seconds? And speaking of losers, Rome, now that Chael Sonnen's retired from the Mulleted Meathead Association, or whatever MMA actually stands for, he's got to reinvent himself and find himself a job. Yeah, I'm sure a career full of second-place finishes and those quasi-erotic noogie contests, they didn't exactly set him up for a life of luxury on the beach. You know, and sadly, in the world today, there's millions of people who needlessly suffer from physical abuse, you know, kind of like Chael did for a living voluntarily. And Chael, you are the perfect guy to counsel and work with these people and make them feel safe again. And how can you do that? Why? Because everybody knows you can't beat anybody, Chael. And I don't know, Romy, I don't know what's harder to locate, that invisible puck those mulleted goons are allegedly hitting around the ice, or an unexpressed thought from Blase and KC. My God, Blase, it's called a filter. How about winnowing it down to maybe the 50 most important things that the world simply has to hear from you? Good God, At the Geeter thinks you are a little too self-promotional. And as for hockey itself, if I can't 50-inch screen, it doesn't exist. Kind of like the ratings for that absurd sport. You know, hockey has the best postseason, like Rise Against is the best band in the world, like Bombay Sapphire is something the king of sports media should be swilling. Quick tip, Romy, if the clones can afford it, you shouldn't be drinking it. Well, that ought to endear me to the host, put me in the lead right there. So let me get out by saying war, me serving a nice, smooth double IPA out of my kegerator and grilling a nice sea bass on my new grill. No hockey fans welcome, by the way. And make the world a better place. Let anybody but Chael Sonnen punch Alexis Rodriguez in the face. I mean, we want it to hurt, right? Late.
All right, Dave, not bad. Not bad at all. As far as you swilling your IPA out of your kegerator, as long as you throw it down and buy a kegerator, that's fine. Hey, man, I got no problem with you cracking on how I roll, what I do, and what I drink, but know this. Bombay Sapphire is not cheap. Not cheap at all. I know, I used to drink cheap gin. I no longer do. Dave in St. Louis, I like that. It's not easy to go first. It is not easy to go first, and I'm always looking for somebody to set the tone, and that's a good start. Dave in St. Louis. All right, score this thing as you go. As far as the scoring goes, remember this. The final judgment is in fact out. It's final. We all have a vote. Everybody on my crew has a vote. I've got a vote. Kyle's got a vote. Dave's got a vote. Alvin's got a vote. You are welcome to push, email, and tweet. But our vote is final, period. Keep that in mind. Hashtag everything SmackOff clones. Tweet your thoughts and score as you go along. We're off and running. If you're a participant and you're invited, 1-800-636-8686. Dave in St. Louis, the non-hunter, gets us started. We'll take this break. We'll come right back. Smack Off 19 is very much underway.